Might seem like a lot, but when you think it takes 6 or 7 firefighters to get an average person out of a building safely, that puts into perspective how difficult it is and how time-consuming it is.
Now, medical and prescription records have been salvaged. A family reunification center has been set up at St. Anne's Hospital just down the road. We're told the owner is cooperating with the investigation, and this building is now being boarded up, and security will remain on scene to watch the property. Now, coming up, I spoke with a neighbor who says he jumped into action to rescue a resident who was very much so in need of help. I send it over now to Gabrielle Caracciolo with reaction from Governor Healy. Gabrielle?
Yeah, Abby, the governor says she had been speaking with the mayor all morning, but she wanted to come and see this in person herself. She spent some time speaking with the mayor and first responders here just a little under an hour ago. And I want to show you from this side of the building, you can get more of a sense of where some of that damage is, that back section of this U-shaped building here. The governor wanting to see this in person herself, the spot where 9 people were killed in the fire overnight. Take a listen to what she had to say.
To see it up close, I mean, you can smell it right now still, and this is hours after our tremendous teams put the fire out. You know, it's horrifying to think about what happened in the middle of the night in the dark. You know, people just scrambling as best they could to get out through windows, the firefighters coming up ladders, you know, hauling people down in any way possible to get them out of the building. The panic, it's so heartbreaking and so sad.
One of the biggest challenges here was that people living inside the Gabriel house had mobility issues. They couldn't get out of this building on their own. And you can see a lot of these windows have these window AC units in them. Firefighters say that actually made it harder to rescue people because those window ACs are in the larger windows on the side of the building. And we can see some of them have been knocked out. They're now on the ground as people were sticking their heads out of the windows begging for help when firefighters arrived here on the scene, and they say that is part of what contributed to such a high number of people killed in this fire, 9 people dead and 30 people injured, in part because of how hard it was to get these people with mobility issues out of this building. Live in Fall River, Gabrielle Caracciolo, NBC 10 News.
Gabrielle, thank you. And we do want to check in with NBC 10's Molly Levine, who's live at the Tomeo Center this morning. And that's where those who were able to escape the fire and don't need medical attention are currently staying.
Yeah, so let's check in with Molly. Molly, what's the scene like there right now? I can imagine how difficult this must be on those residents.
Tammy, Barb, it is just so emotional here right now. I mean, on one hand, you have those residents with disabilities who were miraculously able to escape this fire today. But on the other hand, you know, they lost friends, they lost neighbors, 9 people who have since passed away from this devastating scene. But people are here and they're hoping, you know, thinking what's next for them. And that's where they're at now. Tomeo Center is where those residents who made it out are here now. The mayor explained it's an emergency tragedy shelter that can hold 35 people. And he says that's how many people are here. Now they're working on getting them into another facility as quickly as possible. Mayor Coogan says 20 people who are most medically fragile will be loaded onto a trolley and then taken to a nursing home on Highland Avenue right down the street. And the mayor vowed that the remaining 15 people who won't be getting on that trolley will be going someplace safe as well. Now he says when residents get released from the hospital, they'll be on top of that as well and where they're going. They want to find out where all of these residents are going to end up. I spoke with residents who made it out and right here to the Tomeo Center. It's emotional and traumatic for these people, Tammy and Barb.
All right.
And when I opened my room door, the smoke just hit me right in the face.
How'd you get out?
A police officer helped me out.
Did he carry you?
I walked.
You walked.
Because I had this, my walker, and
Yeah. What floor were you on?
second. I didn't think that I was going to make it either.
Many of the people I spoke to have lived here for several years, some over 5, some over 8. They're nervous, they're anxious about what's next. Now, we do know the Red Cross has been notified, and the mayor has assured reporters that all of those people who may not have a place are going to have some place to stay tonight. Everyone will be reassured that, they're not going to let these people go to Tent City. That's what some people were saying. They're nervous. They don't want to be homeless. And the mayor reassured these residents that that will not happen. Now, we do know the governor also just showed up. We're going to have more from her coming up a little bit later. Stick with NBC 10 on air and online. We'll have the latest details as well as the latest, most up-to-date information for you all. For now, Molly Levine live in Fall River, NBC 10 News.
Molly, thank you so much for that update. Of course, we will have multiple crews on this devastating fire throughout the day, so be sure to follow NBC 10 on all our platforms for updates. And now it is 7 minutes afternoon, and here with the first check of our Storm Team 10 forecast is meteorologist Jason Doris. Hey, what you got?
Hey there, Barb. Yeah, we have lots of clouds this afternoon as we are tracking this on the satellite.